Hi, everyone. I hope that you're having an awesome Wednesday. Um, I just finished a really challenging workout, probably the most challenging workout I've done so far with Beachbody. Those are also, for me, the most rewarding because it's like, man, I did it. Yeah, you know? Um, a thought came to me though. Um, During the workout, like it got really hard. It got really hard. And I started to question myself like, oh my God, how if this is hard, how am I going to get to the next step? That's what was coming to my mind. And by the end of the workout, I realized something. I realized that sometimes when we feel like our butt is getting kicked the most, that's when we're making the most breakthrough. That's when we are actually conquering something that maybe at some point seemed unimaginable to us, something that we thought was impossible to overcome. So if in your health journey or even just in any aspect of life, this same concept still applies. Anything that you are working hard at to the point where you feel like it's kicking your butt, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. Keep going. I'll give you an example. So Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord all night. He was already dealing with the idea of his brother who he had betrayed in the past. He was already dealing with anxiety over the issue he had with his brother who he was getting ready to meet up with. He was afraid his brother was going to kill him. And then on top of that, he's wrestling with God to be blessed. He's wrestling with God to make sure that God, don't forget me. You know what you told me. You can't let this happen. You know what you promised to my descendants. Are you there? Are you still going to do what you said? So in the process of all of what was going on, he was still wrestling, and he was wrestling all night to the point that God actually had put his hip out of joint. Now, I'm sure when that happened to Jacob, at least if it were me, I would have felt like, oh, great, it's over now. I mean, what am I going to do now? I'm working with half of my body. But just at that point, instead of him giving up, he said, no, I'm going to push. I've come too far. I'm going to push. And right at that moment, God blessed him and he changed his name to Israel. So maybe there is something that you have been dealing with for a long time. Maybe it feels like you're never going to get that thing that you have been pushing for. Don't let the sweat deceive you. Don't let the tears deceive you. Don't let circumstances in life and setbacks deceive you, okay? Don't let the pain you feel in the workout deceive you. Don't let the fact that it's the hardest thing you've ever come up against deceive you or discourage you, because it's only a sign that your breakthrough is so close. So keep pushing. When you feel like your butt is getting kicked the most, many a time it's because you're so close to whatever it is that you were pursuing. You're about to hit it. You're about to get that thing that you've been fighting for. So I hope that this encourages you today in every area of life, because really and truly, what I've come to learn is that things spiritually are reflected in the natural world. So what that basically means is that same idea, that same lesson that can be applied to spiritual things can also be applied to our natural bodies and natural situations and our businesses, our finances, our relationships, our health, in every area of our health, okay? So I hope this encourages you today. Have a wonderful day. And even in the toughest times of the day and even at work, remember that you are still making it and you are still getting closer and closer to the goal. So don't be afraid to set goals and don't be afraid to pursue them. It's a lifelong journey. Go for it. You can do it. Have a wonderful day.